Hey everyone! Welcome to Currently Screaming with Ashlyn, a podcast where fangirl energy meets pop culture chaos. So today we have a very special guest with us who is no other than Jarrett Johnson. So, Jarrett, what do you do in the entertainment industry?
I do a little bit of everything. I am a vocal contractor, session singer, touring musician, vocal arranger, corporate band singer, music director. Essentially, if it's something that someone's asking me to do, I'm like, well, and if it makes sense for me financially and it's legal, I'll probably do it. Yeah.
I understand that.
Yes.
I do understand that.
Legal.
Legal. Right. What made you choose that profession? Or these multiple professions?
Well, funnily enough, I came out to Los Angeles from where I lived in Illinois in 2009 with the intention to be a songwriter. And then that whole industry just took a bit of a it took a left relative to what I was trying to do. There was so little opportunity to really make an opportunity happen for yourself as a songwriter when you have to be at the right time, right place, right time, right collaborator, and you're trying to pitch songs to artists and all that kind of stuff. That was the thing I came here to do. Only to find out that would not necessarily be at all my focus. I ended up from the songwriting, type of lane, going into I was in an a cappella group called Impact that was based here in LA.
Oh, cool.
And after a time with them, I started finding opportunities in singing with corporate bands, like wedding bands. I'm a wedding singer.
Oh.
It's a very lucrative thing to do, and a thing that I never imagined it would sustain me for as long as it did. But that eventually got parlayed into session singing on television and film projects.
Ah.
I sing, and then I've been for the last 10 years almost singing backgrounds for touring with Michael Bublé.
Oh,
so doing that and just various artists. I mean, throughout that, you have peppered in so many different people that I've had the opportunity to work with and work for. But yeah, it was never a straight line. It was never. It was my idea of what I thought it was going to be a songwriter, and then eventually become an artist with my own music, and that turned into, again, just a myriad of other things that were, yes, adjacent to the industry, and grateful that it's kept me being, doing all those different gigs, but it has never been a singular thing upon landing here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like almost nothing in the creative field is ever a straight line. You have to you have to know how to do many things.
Absolutely.
You have to know how to do a lot of things and be open to a lot of things.
Yeah. And a lot of times, and some of the coolest opportunities have come were those situations where I was asked, do you know how to do so and such and such? But like, yeah. And then you literally are building the plane as you're taking off, as you're flying it.
Right.
And you're trying to figure it out in real time. That you're like, I think I have the potential to do this thing, but I've never done it before. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just say yes and see what happens. And that has opened up doors and opportunities to do things that I otherwise would have never even thought to try.
Right. Yeah. What's an example of one of those?
Arranging.
Oh.
I was nominated for a Grammy in 2020 for an arrangement of a song called Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's a very special, like a near and dear song to people who look like me. And one that I didn't even do with the intention of trying to become Grammy nominated. In the aftermath of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and so many people that, lost their lives unnecessarily, that particular song was on my heart to do something. That was going to be my cry during that season of life.
That was that long ago?
It was that long ago.
Damn.
Yeah. But I decided to make an Instagram post and, put some video towards it and make it I really wanted to pour my heart into it with imagery and make it sonically the very best thing I can possibly do. But never really delved into that world too much. But then it turned into something really amazing to the point where it's been performed or played at professional basketball, football games. There are major artists that have performed it in their shows. Churches, conferences have used it during different parts of the year, Black History Month especially. And never in my wildest did I think that little IG post would turn into a thing that would be used all across the country.
Yeah, the power of the internet now.
It's wild.
It's crazy. You can post something so random, and all of a sudden you have people reaching out to you. You have millions of views, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it
okay.
was. I mean, not millions. Unfortunately, haven't got that big, but it was big enough. It was one of the most viral moments in my life on the internet, and one that I'm glad that was the thing, as opposed to like a cat video or something.
Would you say that's your favorite project that you've worked on?
Oh, I can't. It's one of the most. It's one of my favorites. I'm probably it's one of the things I'm most passionate about.
Right.
Just because of the message, because of the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
But it definitely is up there. But there have been so many opportunities I've had professionally at this point that it's hard to break it down to one.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Do you look up to anyone in the entertainment industry? And if so, would you say they have like inspired your craft?
Yes, there are a number of people that have inspired and really and crazily enough become mentors to me in certain ways. Least of which is a gentleman by the name of Alvin Chia, who is the bass of a group called Take Six, a group that I grew up idolizing, loving, and learning to sing in a lot of ways by what they do. He was kind enough to take on a very green person coming to Los Angeles. I literally asked him, I go, I don't know if this is how it works, but will you be my mentor?
That's me.
He literally was just like, absolutely. He's a bass. He's like, absolutely. And so I was so blown away that he was willing to so quickly and so freely, offer his time and wisdom. And because we're in a similar, arena of work. I mean, we're both session singers. We're both touring musicians. But he's been doing it longer than I have. I can glean so much from what his experiences have been, so much of the wisdom that he has amassed over the years. And it's been so great that I don't have to go blind trying to figure a lot of stuff out. He's one example, but he's probably the most prominent example in my life.
That's pretty cool. Before we go on any further, I have a little gift for you.
A gift?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It also, okay, it's a water bottle, but do you recognize what it's from? Twist the top.
Should know this.
Currently Screaming with Ashlyn.
Oh, that's dope.
It's from Monsters Inc.
Okay.
Disney movie.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Do I get to keep this?
Yes, it's a water bottle. Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
My daughter is going to have. I may not actually get to keep this once I get home because she's going to to take it from me, especially if it's.
Does that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you ever need to turn it off, this red button you turn it off with, and it's kind of hard to press, so she might not be able to actually. Like if you turn it off, she might not be able to turn it back on.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
That's fantastic. This is great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. I know when I was starting this, I was like, what goes with screaming? What?
That's great.
What? And I was at Disney and I was like,
this
expensive investment, cool investment. I'm investing.
Very cool. Very cool. And I will absolutely be using this. And I'm low key, either my daughter or my wife will probably be using it more than I, because I'll be like, look at my new cup. It's like, no, look at my new cup. That's literally what happened.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Thank you very much. That's very cool.
Yeah, of course. So let's do a little dive into some projects that you've done that have stood out to me. What did I first call you about? Did I call you about... I think I called you about Lady Gaga. I think that's what I called you about.
Okay.
I think that's what I called you about.
Okay.
So let's start with the fact that you were a singer for Lady Gaga's Coachella performance
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Very.
What? So it's your label on IMDb is just singer.
Yeah.
What is that?
So there are so many. There's so much that happens behind, like when if you don't pull the curtain back, behind the curtain there are so many things happening. With so many live performances, there are so many things that are happening. What's called putting things in the box, whether it be tracks, like instrumentation or vocals.
Right.
For a show that is going to be as big as Lady Gaga's is. Everything she does is big. I was hired by an amazing group of men who have a company called Momentum Vocals. They are fantastic. They hired myself and a number of other amazing singers within the community to come in and lay down vocals that would be within the performance of the Coachella performance. She didn't have an actual physical choir up there, but it was used as the kind of just kind of lift the experience for her throughout those performances. But one of the coolest experiences, I mean, again, another one of those, how am I here singing pop, 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 poker face, pop, pop, poker face? It's like, how am I here? And she wasn't actually in the studio with us, but it was the fact that that your voice is going to be used in this huge performance where tens of thousands of people are going to be like losing their minds over it. And those types of experiences never are lost on me. Again, as a kid from Bloomington, Illinois, where the whole town is just over 100,000 people, it's just kind of like crazy where I'll go home and they'll be like, "You're famous," but like, nah, not famous. I get to work with famous people on occasion, but I'm definitely not famous. But it's, like I said, just Lady Gaga is a force, and the opportunity to be in her orbit in any capacity is huge.
Yeah, that's funny that you said. I didn't know there was a Bloomington, Illinois. I just interviewed someone last week who was the producer for the movie Bloomington. That was based in Bloomington, Indiana.
Yeah. There's a lot. Actually, there are.
I didn't know.
There are a number of Bloomingtons. There are a couple on the East Coast too. I think there's one in Maine.
Oh,
but yeah, there's a number of Bloomingtons. It's kind of like Springfield. Like if you ask anybody what Springfield is, The Simpsons being filmed or being created from, I'm very close to Springfield, Illinois. I'm going to go ahead and just say it's my Springfield. But there's an Ohio. There's I think there's a few different ones, and all of us are going to claim it as ours. But yes,
of course, I do think it's the one in Oregon. Maybe.
See, I mean, agree to disagree.
Yeah, maybe. So Lady, was that before she came out with her new album Mayhem or after?
I believe. Don't have me lying. I believe it was actually it was the precursor to the album coming out. I believe.
Okay. So you didn't sing any of the new songs?
Forgive me, it's been a minute.
No, you're good.
There have been a number of things that have taken place since that session. And I'm not trying to flex. I literally don't remember. We sang over a span of 2 or 3 days for that performance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So a lot of stuff was sung over those days. Right.
You also have had quite a history with, you've been nominated for a Grammy, but you also have a history with the Grammy Awards. This year at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards, you were the vocal contractor and on-camera singer for the Grammy Awards. Explain those two those are two different jobs. Yeah.
So as a member of SAG-AFTRA, when you do any type of performance, especially on a scale as big as the Grammys, there's going to be singers that'll be enlisted for certain performances. And to make sure that everybody, all the administration as far as the paperwork and making sure everybody gets paid the correct rates, there needs to be a vocal contractor who is a part of that process. For Benson Boone, it was myself and 2 other singers, which means that all 3 of us needed to make sure that we were compensated correctly, and I was basically the point of contact to ensure that everybody who was taking care of the payroll and paperwork, that they had all the information that they needed to make sure that we all got what we needed for the rehearsals and the lead up to the performances. So on-camera singer, we were obviously there while Benson was flipping around.
Did you sing Mystical Magical?
It wasn't out yet.
It wasn't. Damn it.
I sang not the Grammys. I sang Mystical Magical with him on SNL.
Okay, so you have sung it.
I have sung it. Yes, it's a very fun song.
I always think it's called Moonbeam Ice Cream. Like I always think that's the name of it because that's the line that sticks out to me.
Well, it's crazy what he's been able to do with that. He turned it into a cookie at Crumble, and that song is being played all over television and as a bumper between coming out of commercials from especially sporting events. I was watching Monday Night Football. I was like, what?
What's going on?
It's happened a few different weeks. I'm like, okay, all right, Benny, go get it.
He's
singing, like on camera singing. There's on camera, there's off camera. What happens in that situation with the Grammys? We sang both on, and then we sang a recording prior to basically be under there as a boost. Basically, that's always there in the case if something goes haywire with the feed, our microphone feed from the stage, or anything crazy like that could happen. It's a nice little kind of emergency button to push in the case that we need it. It's not always used. It's sometimes used, or sometimes they're worked in together in conjunction just to make a fuller sound. But yeah, being an on-camera singer and being a vocal contractor are two very different but very necessary roles to play when you have shows like the Grammys or television shows. Just like the other day, what was I doing? We sang most recently on one of the more recent things I did was the Wicked for Good NBC special. I did some of the pre-records for that, but I didn't make it to the on camera because someone else. I have a face for radio, apparently, but some of my other colleagues were there on that particular performance, and we had a chance to do the singing prior that would be used as part of the entire vocal experience you would see on the special.
Was Ariana and Cynthia part of that?
No, they go all out. That's them.
Huh?
That's them. That's them live. They're out there singing down.
Yeah. No, they're fantastic singers.
The mic is on.
The mic is on, right?
As the kids say, the mic is on.
The mic is on.
They are up there. They're doing it.
They are doing it. I know.
Yeah.
They're really, I'm so excited for what is it called? Wicked for Good?
For Good,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm so excited for that. When is it coming out? Next week? This week?
I feel like it's next week.
Next week.
And I think my wife already has tickets.
I need to do that. So good. I saw the first part of Wicked in theaters, and I was like, I'm not even like a play theatrical person per se, but I was like, damn, it hit.
Entire production transcends just the musical genre. And I believe it or not, I have had the chance to work with Stephen Schwartz in a studio before, and he's just a beautiful soul. And just you hearing all of this music and how intricately it's been crafted. He's so brilliant with it. And so again, the music that he created for this incredible piece of art is one that, again, I'm not a musical guy, but my wife plays half of the soundtrack for my daughter all the time, and certain parts of the movies that was not going to scare a 2-year-old, all the time, to the point where you just can't help but just appreciate just the greatness that's coming out of that project.
Yeah, I agree. So last year, you were the vocal producer and arranger and background singer for Disney Parks' Magic Christmas Day Parade, which you've done a lot with Disney, which is so cool because I love Disney.
Yeah.
The Magical Christmas Day Parade, that was so special. Since you were so part of it last year, are you usually so involved with like Disney stuff? Do you usually have that many jobs for one thing?
That opportunity has become a pretty regular occurrence for like the last, I think, 8-9 years, I think it was. A woman by the name of Kim Burse, who serves as the musical director of both of those shows, she brought me in whenever the first year was. I'd have to go back to look at IMDb to remember when the first one was, but it's an incredible undertaking when you think about how many artists are part of that show. And oftentimes there's this big opening. The big opening where usually Julianne Hough and Derek Hough are usually the hosts we're creating this really amazing medley of songs, and we have to My responsibility is to usually sing a whole smattering of background vocals and oftentimes demo vocals for Julianne or Derek to then recreate. And it's all those vocals make it onto the show. One year I did. I mean, I've worked with, whether remotely or otherwise, I've worked with a number of different performers for that show, and just been able to. I mean, we've had to redo so many different versions of these Christmas classics, whether it be Santa Claus is Coming to Town or just rocking around the Christmas tree. Like this year we did a really cool couple arrangements for BB Rexa. And her performance is stunning. And just every year we get a chance to, it's a wonderful kind of annual, where it's we get the call from Kim. All right, y'all, lock in, let's get going. And it's time to be on deck for whatever she needs as fast as she needs it. I had to do an entire a cappella arrangement for Santa Claus is Coming to Town, inspired by the Jackson 5 version for an artist. And it had to be turned around within a day and a half.
Oh.
So again, when you were asking me before about, is there anything that you've been asked to do that you never had to do before? Well, that's one of the things that the idea of doing an arrangement and turning it around, making it television ready.
Right.
Within 2 days.
Yeah.
It's wild. And you're starting from scratch. You're starting from nothing.
Yeah.
So that for me is always kind of like a, wow, I can't believe I got that done. Kind of moment. But that job or that opportunity is such a welcome part of the year, because it really, it tests your mettle. It really makes you see how much you can get done and how fast. And obviously you need to be at the highest level, because this is going to be on air.
Yeah.
On ABC.
Yeah.
And so it's a really big deal. And to know that you help to, elevate an already, stellar experience that performer is going to bring to us, it's always a wonderful challenge and an honor to be a part of it. And anytime you get the chance to work for the mouse, I'm going to go ahead and take it.
Yeah. Disney's so magical. I recently was at New York Comic Con and I got to meet Jodie Benson, who's the voice of Ariel. That was fantastic.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Jodie and I went to the same college.
Oh. Pause.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's
what?
one of the claims to fame for Millikan University. That's where she went.
Okay.
And so
where is that?
It's in Decatur, Illinois.
Okay.
We call it the soy capital of the world. But she went to Millikan and is one of the brightest name, the biggest names that ever came out of the school. And so when you said Jodie, I was like, oh yeah, Jodie. Because
I'm besties with her.
Oh, definitely not besties, but we've absolutely crossed paths over the years, because whether it be homecoming or different situations that she would come home and speak to the student body there for within the musical theater or just the general music department, she will come back and be a part of that, and she's always just a beautiful spirit to have in the room. So yeah.
That Disney princess has always been one of the main ones in my circle, because my mom has red hair. Uh-huh. So it's always been when I was growing up, it was always Ariel, we're watching The Little Mermaid right now. So I mostly I got my mom Jodie Benson's book nice. The part of her book. It was really cute. I was like, can you write it to my mom?
Very cool.
Yeah, that was super fun. Cons are so fun. Do you ever go to cons?
I've never been to one. I definitely watch some of the footage that, whether it be, if it's a Marvel or, I'm a big into Avatar: The Last Airbender. I literally went to the performance that just took place over the last maybe a week or so ago.
Ooh, this is gonna blow your mind.
But one of my dearest friends, a couple of my friends actually in the singer community were part of that tour. Mm-hmm. So, and my wife and I, we just had the best time, just being around our people. All of us know all the inside jokes of the cartoon and everything. So I've never been to a con, but I would love to one day maybe just, peek my head in and just be able to be a part of that one time.
I don't know much about Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I'm assuming you know Ty Lee, the character? Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm friends with Olivia Hack, who's the voice of Ty Lee.
Shut the front door.
She would totally meet you.
I would totally meet her.
No, she would totally. She's so cool. She lives here. She just recently moved back here. She lived in Vegas. I still haven't gotten her on this podcast, Olivia. I'm watching you. She's very busy.
She's a big deal.
I've been. She's actually at a con right now in New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah.
For Avatar?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's so. Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Please
give her my best.
We were actually DMing each other today. I'll let her know that who I interviewed today is a big fan.
Tell her I'm so excited for all things. What's coming up in the Avatar universe is so much fun.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, going back to the Grammys, is it true that you were the backing vocalist for Billie Eilish and Alicia Keys?
Yeah, that was crazy, and that was the year, if I remember correctly.
2020.
Yeah, that was the year that I believe Kobe died.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was.
We were in what was then known as Staples, is forever be Staples to me. We were in Staples when that news came down, and we were in rehearsals for it. And yeah, it was crazy. It was such an up and down day. Obviously, so cool to be a part of Billie's. I think that was Billie's first Grammy performance.
Really?
I think it was.
I always forget that we're so similar in age. Like I see her as this big
aura,
but I think she's 21. No, she might be older than that.
She's a little bit older than that by now. But when I met her, and by the way, if anybody asks you, if anybody has a negative word to say about Billie, I will fight you. She is one of the sweetest, most kindest superstars you'll ever meet. We all had to get dressed up. We were in all white, kind of big. When she was in her big baggy kind of era, whatever. Mm-hmm. I guess she kind of always.
She had the green hair.
She had the green hair at the time.
Yeah.
And she dressed us in all white, big baggy stuff, and we had Air Force Ones and the whole bit. She basically sent all that to all of the singers just as a thank you. We kept the Air Force Ones and the whole fits. I've worn those jeans for things all the time, a bunch of times. And she was just so nice. When we're in the studio, we're over at Capitol doing the pre-records for that. And she's just sitting there just hanging out in the lounge with us, just vibing.
I love that.
And again, this is before I think she'd already... I don't think she had actually won her first Grammy yet. She won that night.
Was it for like
it might have been
best?
It might have been Best New Artist.
Oh,
because it was her first record.
Yeah,
because we came and sang on whatever one of the first two records that was like super huge for her. I can't remember what it was, but I had such a great time with that. And then obviously Alicia Keys has been doing it forever.
Right.
She had a really cool new record that came out that day. And to be a part of the Grammys twice in one show was so cool. And yeah, it's just, again, another one of those, how did I get here moments?
Yeah.
And I cannot believe this is my life. Like I'm able to call this my career where I'm, being asked to be a part of some of the most amazing projects with some of the most incredible people, singing alongside people who I'm like, yo, I grew up listening to you, or yo, I'm so enamored by what you bring creatively to the table. So it's such a blessing. I'm so grateful for, being in, again, these people's orbits. It's so cool.
I would have to say if I could go to I sometimes do like seat filler stuff for award shows. Never will make it to the Grammys for that. But if I could go to an award show, definitely 100% be the Grammys. I am just obsessed with the Grammys.
I don't know who the plug is for that, but I mean, obviously, as artists are coming in and leaving, I mean, as long as you got a nice gown on, they're moving people around all through the night. Like one moment Jay-Z will be there, the next minute another random person that doesn't look anything like Jay-Z will be singing that same spot. Or whatever. I mean, that kind of thing just happens throughout the night.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's like almost it's like no, actually, I don't exactly know. I shouldn't say that. I was about to say I think you have to pay to be a seat filler. That's not true. But
I think it's a job. I think you get paid to do it. I just don't know.
Yeah. I think it's like really you'd have to be like on the top of your seat filler game. I would need to make that. I would need to make that my career.
I think you just have to be plugged into the right people. I think that's all it is.
Probably. Yeah. I know. Making those connections. As a professional cold caller.
Listen, if you have the audacity to call people cold as all get out, haven't met you before today, and do that, I think you have every opportunity to do something like be a sea filler if that's something you want to do.
Hey, is this Jarrett Johnson?
I was like, who's asking?
Who's asking? Who is asking? No, I actually think that this is honestly kind of sad when I think about it, but I think the fact that I have like a younger female voice has helped me a lot in this whole cold con thing. Because if I was like some older dude, like, you know,
Well,
like
I would say be grateful that you have, it's good that you have established yourself as far as your brand on your website and just, you know, showing everybody that you're legit and not some sort of rando talking about, I have a podcast, be like, all right. You know, no, it legitimizes anybody, you know, potentially coming and sitting down with you.
Right. But people, like, when I first called, though, like, you don't know yet, you know what I mean? And people have been, I've been very blessed with people who've been very nice on the phone. They haven't just, like, been like, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. They haven't, like, some of them have politely declined, but they've listened to my spiel. Yeah. Which I think is so cool because I feel like I hang up on cold callers a lot, and I feel like I shouldn't do that. But I feel like you can sometimes tell when it's spam. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you broke through with me, and I'm very quick to I'm quick to click. You know, I'm quick to be like, nah.
No.
You know.
Random.
Right.
Sometimes the random is good though.
Yeah.
So you've dabbled in background vocals in talk shows as well, which I love talk shows, as you can tell. Yes. As you can tell, I love talk shows, you know, such as Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show and the Kelly Clarkson Show. What is that like?
Well, that all was connected to a promo tour that we were doing with Michael Bublé.
Okay.
And they're the coolest. It's the coolest thing. Like, you're as early as I'll get out. I tell you that, first of all. Like, Good Morning America, all those shows. Obviously not Fallon, but Good Morning America and Kelly, super early. But so fun to be in the audience with watching these people get so excited for this show, and so excited that when they don't even necessarily know who's about to come on until they know. And all of a sudden, we're out there, and they see Michael come out, and they lose their minds about it. But being able to, you know, be on those shows again, is like they're watched by the entire country. And Jimmy was probably one of the coolest ones for me, because at the time we were promoting a new single that he had come out called Nobody But Me. And that song had Black Thought from The Roots on that song. And it just so happened that he had to be, you know, obviously the Roots is the house band for Jimmy. So we actually got to be on stage. I got to be on stage singing backgrounds for Bublé and Black Thought. And I'm a huge Roots fan. So that was like, and he was so cool. Questlove I got a picture with Questlove. He was so patient because my phone started acting crazy right when I was trying to get a picture with him. He's like, come on, man, let's get it going. I gotta go. And he was so cool with it.
Yeah.
It was so nice. But yeah, those experiences, like being on the SNL stage, doing all those kind of things, these are just, again, I'm just never, ever gonna be so jaded to the point where I'm just kind of like, yep. Back here again, never.
Yeah.
It's another one of those experiences where there are so many things I could be doing, or so many things I would aspire to do, and this is one of those things where I have to just say thank you, God, that I get a chance to do this on such a grand scale. It's huge, you know. So
yeah, for sure. Let's dive into some of, probably I would say like fan favorites that you've worked on. Like, you were singer for an upcoming episode on Euphoria.
Yes.
That's pretty cool, man.
Very.
You're not allowed to talk about it yet, are you?
No.
He's not allowed to talk about it yet, you guys. He signed those NDAs.
I can say that it's a really fun scene, a couple scenes that we were a part of, and it was just like I said, it's just.
Are you on camera?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty cool, man. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm on camera for, I mean, I don't know how long, but I definitely will be on camera at some point. Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about Lilo and Stitch that just came out?
I could talk about it, but I could tell you that I'm not actually on it.
You're not?
IMDb does you dirty sometimes.
They do they do that
They
sometimes.
put your name on things that, and that's the thing, like everything on my resume via IMDb is legit, I think, except for Lilo and Stitch right now.
Really? Actually, that, you know what's interesting, I think, with that specific film, I think that's happened to a few people.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole list.
With that film, I don't know why with that film.
Sometimes they'll just look at lists of people who've done a lot of stuff together. Like there's a group of singers in town that does a lot of work in the session world. And if you go through that list, it's a whole litany of people that will probably tell you they weren't on that.
Yeah.
But there were some definitely were.
Well, yeah.
but I would almost go as far as to say maybe the majority of the people on that list probably weren't on it.
Why are there 3,000 filmmakers on this? Well,
that's
no, I don't think there's that many.
Glitch in the Matrix. There's a glitch.
Glitch in the Matrix, no, for
Yes.
sure. You know, I'm assuming all these really cool things that you are working on for 2026, you're not allowed to talk about.
Well, shoot, and we'll see what you say. See what happens.
Avatar?
Oh, that comes out very soon, doesn't it?
So
Yeah.
are you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, obviously, this is my first Avatar session. I think I was on tour for Avatar 2. When I was so much. That's the other thing. I'm so glad that I get a chance to do these sessions, but I always get so disappointed when I'm gone because I'm working somewhere else. I always have to remind myself, okay, dude, if you're not there for this one, that means somebody else is getting the call in your absence, and you're working. So what's the complaint about? But it's the wishing you could be at two places at once.
Yeah.
Definitely a thing that I have to always kind of battle from within. But Avatar, man, that music is incredible.
Oh yeah.
The score was it's just so big, and for such a huge movie, I want to say there was probably like 40 some singers on that one.
Wow.
And it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be something to behold. And when you hear it, see it, it's a visual and oral experience that you'll be blown away by.
Have you seen the Avatar world in like Orlando, Florida at Magic Kingdom?
I have not yet.
It's really cool.
But I'm very excited. I can't say what, but next year there's going to be a new attraction happening at Disneyland that
Disneyland here?
Here.
Yay, we're getting something.
Oh, yes. You're getting something.
Wait, is that what they're tearing down Monsters, Inc. for?
I can neither acknowledge
because as you can see, I was not very happy about it.
True, but if I don't know what they're tearing what I'm talking about down for, but if that is, I promise you, it'll make a lot of younger people very happy what's going to be going in this place.
Yeah. No, I believe you. I just still think that they should have something to commemorate. I'm scared that they're going to get rid of these, is what I'm scared of.
Well, I got mine.
Yeah,
so,
I'm scared that they're going to stop selling them.
I got mine, shoot.
I'm going to have to contact like their I don't even know their supplier. I don't even know who that would be. Excuse me?
I imagine there's always a way.
There's always a way.
You're a very resourceful person. I guarantee you'll probably find a way.
Somebody on eBay has just bought like 1,000 and they're just like hiding it. No, that would be me.
It's very possible.
That would be me.
You'll be the person that takes care of them.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. This has been
Thank you for having
super
me.
duper fun. I usually feel like I focus more on like one project, but this was really fun to like kind of hop between different projects.
Yeah.
Super cool. You've worked on a ton of cool stuff.
Like I said, I'm just glad to be in the room.
You're glad to be in the room.
I'm glad to be in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Yeah. There's so many people that are so talented in this town, and I'm never ever going to be the guy to just be like, I should be on everything. I should be called for all the things. No, I'm glad if you think I'm appropriate for this particular call, this particular project, I'm so glad and grateful to be there. And like I said, just this town has given me so much. This town has been such a blessing to me and my family, and I just hope that I can continue to. I want to leave a legacy here of making sure that I can empower other people to do this thing if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, because there's just, again, because there's so much talent, it's incumbent upon people who are already in to be gatekeepers and try to, you know, usher them in as well. If they're ready, if they want to pursue it, let that be my legacy, that I can be a part of that person's success in this field.
Yeah, I know. There's been so many people who, you know, have been so nice, and they you know, they're like, oh, I want to pass the baton to you.
Yeah.
I want to, and I'm like, you know what? I really appreciate that, especially with the state that the entertainment industry is in right now.
Yeah.
It is very confusing and difficult as somebody that's like weaseling their way in.
I'll always help a human. I'll always love to help a human as opposed to an AI generated thing.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started with it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and comment your favorite moment below. Check out my social media pages at Currently Screaming with Ashlyn. If you'd like to be a guest on my show, please visit my website. Stay screaming.